Hello everyone, and welcome to another Lens Studio tutorial. In this video we are going to learn how to fade in a face mask when a user gives us input. So it could be when they open their mouth or when they raise their eyebrows. In this case we are going to be doing it when the user blows a kiss. So the first thing we're going to do is make that face mask. So let's go add face mask. And let's just leave that as the default. And let's set the alpha to 0, because what we're going to be doing is we're going to be making the alpha number go all the way up to 1. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to add tweens. So in the objects panel, let's click add new and go to the helper scripts, click tween manager. And once that loads in, let's drag that all the way to the top of the scene. And then let's delete everything inside the tween manager. And let's create our own empty child object in there. Call that one tweens. And inside there, let's delete these example resources again. And let's add the tween alpha script to that tweens object. Okay, so in here we're going to select the scene object to be the face mask. And we're going to name this mask. So now you see it's working automatically because play automatically is checked. If I reset, it'll just always happen whenever the lens starts. So let's uncheck that because we're going to want to call it inside of our own script. So now let's add a new script. Oops, where'd that go? Here it is. Let's call that script mask. Let's add this script into the scene as an empty scene object. We'll call that mask as well. Let's drag that in here. Okay, so to start, we're going to need to be able to reference both the tween and the face mask. So let's start by inputting an empty scene object. So \\at input scene object. And then we're going to call this tweens. And then the next one is going to be inputting component face mask visual, and we'll just call this mask. So once we hit apply changes, we can add these in here. So let's add our tweened scene object here and then add the mask. Okay, so now we can reference both of those. What we need to do now is create the event. So the event is when the user blows the kiss. So let's go into the Lens Studio API. Let's just search kiss. Okay, we have kiss started event right here. That's the one we'll need. Let's copy that little snippet, paste it in Lens Studio, and we will delete this because now what we're going to want to do is we're going to call this tweens. So let's go back into the Lens Studio API and search tweening, and we'll click that in the guide, and then we can just do a Control F and find start tween. There we go. This is what we need right here. So let's copy this little line right here in the example. Let's paste that in here. So now we have our start tween function. Let's change this to script.tweens and then the string mask because that is the name that we added here in the tween. Okay, so now every time the user blows a kiss, this tween will start. So let's test this out. I believe there is one here that will allow us to. So if we do smile person 2, that will count as a kiss. So now you see every time the user blows a kiss, it'll just keep fading in. Let's say we want it to only happen once. So they, blow a kiss, it fades in, and then stays faded in. So in order to do that, all we need to do then is go event.enabled equals false, because we created the variable event to be this event here. So if we just disable this event after it happens once, then it'll only happen once, and then it'll just disable this event afterwards. So let's watch. Yep, so she smiles once, it fades in, and now when she smiles again, it's not going to happen again, so it's going to stay faded in. Well, that'll do it for tonight. If you guys have any other suggestions for another video or something that you want to learn in Lens Studio, just go ahead and leave a comment and let me know. Have a good night, everyone.